Part 2 in the series, guys. We're doing the fried shark now. This one here, we're going to get some nice shark meat. We're going to slice it up thin, season it up, batter it in some flour, and fry it up for the bacon shark. Chris here, CaribbeanPot.com, the wicked chef. Hey, always a pleasure to have you guys in the kitchen here with me. Today, as I said, we're doing fried shark for the bacon shark sandwich. So here we go with that fried shark. Let's quickly run through the ingredients we'll be using today. Fresh ground black pepper, maybe about 1/4 teaspoon of that. 1 tablespoon of Caribbean style green seasoning paste. If you don't already have this in your fridge and you'd like the recipe for that, on YouTube, Google, CaribbeanPot.com, 3 options, search green seasoning. I have a video on YouTube, well, a couple beautiful videos on YouTube, as well as the recipe on CaribbeanPot.com. 2 cloves of crushed garlic. I've got some Caribbean sunshine. You know your boy can't do without this. Scotch bonnet pepper. I'm going to use 1/4 of this. No seeds because we want that vibe, we want that kick, but we don't want that extreme heat. Salt, 1 teaspoon of salt. If you guys are trying to cut back on your sodium, obviously you can cut back on that. And here, the star of the show. I'm just going to bring this up closer for you guys. And notice how it looks a bit dry. It's not as fresh and vibrant. And you're probably thinking this is old shark. This is not old shark. What happens is when you're washing the shark and you need a lime, the juice of a lime in there with cool water. And what you're going to do is using your hands, really work it in there, drain that water out, and then squeeze as dry as you can the sort of fleshy part of the shark here. The shark has a tendency to absorb a lot of water and you don't want that in there. Squeeze it out nice and dry. The other thing is you'll also need a few drops of that lime juice when we're going to season this up now to marinating. Additionally, you'll need a couple cups of vegetable oil for frying this, as well as about 1 cup of all-purpose flour for sort of dusting the shark meat into before we fry it. So let's get cracking on seasoning this because we want this to marinate for about half an hour or so. So let's get to marinating this shark. All I'm going to do is, remember that little piece of lime juice that I have? I'm just going to hit it maybe about 1/4 teaspoon of that fresh lime juice in there. It's going to help with that sort of fishy smell that you're going to get. But remember, we have already washed this with lime juice and water already and we squeezed it dry. In goes the salt and that fresh ground black pepper. I'm going to give him a nice dose, and it's so much better using fresh ground black pepper because you get that nice little earthy tones and everything else from that fresh ground black pepper. In goes the crushed garlic. I've got that the Scotch bonnet pepper all chopped up. And in goes the green seasoning. Basically all we got to do now is pretty much mix this thoroughly together because we want that green seasoning and the salt and the pepper and the Scotch bonnet pepper, everything to mix up nice into this here. So I'm just going to continue mixing that, then I'm going to put it in the fridge to marinate for about half an hour. I'll show you guys the setup for frying the shark. Now here's the thing, guys. Shark, when it's frying, if you think fried fish has a strong scent, fried shark has an extremely strong scent. So as you notice, we're out in the backyard doing this. This is a backyard something. I've got the oil heating up here. A couple cups of vegetable oil heating up in my wok. You can use any sort of pan or pot that you're accustomed using. It's heating on high, and I'm just going to show you guys the setup. So we've got about 1 cup of all-purpose flour on this here. The seasoned shark is sitting right next to it, and I've got my little draining station, of course, paper towels. So all we're going to do, we're going to take some of this seasoned shark, apply it onto the flour here. You're going to pretty much dust it to coat it, and then it's going to go into the hot oil. Guys, what I forgot to mention to you guys, and it just occurred to me, when slicing up the shark, and this one has been battered in the flour already, it's got to be about 1/4 of an inch thick because it can turn out to be very tough. So you notice the pieces are about 1/4 inch thick and they're not too big. So try to get them, if you're buying this in the fish store or whatever and they're slicing it up for you, try to get them to cut it about 1/4 inch thick or less. So all we're doing is basically dabbing that flour all over the seasoned pieces of shark. You want to make sure it's coated all the way around. Dust off the extra flour and then just set it aside. Depending on the size of frying pan or whatever you're using, 3 maybe 4 pieces could fit in there. So we're just going to prep them and put them all together in there. So all we're doing is putting the pieces into the hot oil. When you're adding them, try and push them away from you so in case the oil splatters, you don't get burned. But pretty much we're going to put 4 pieces in there and then let them pretty much fry until we get that perfect golden color. So it's been about 1 minute on that first side when we first set it in. So we're flipping it over after 1 minute just to brown, to start cooking the other side of the shark. After about 4 minutes, flipping the fish a couple times at least, it will be fully cooked on the inside. So what you want to do now is pretty much wait until you get the desired brown, golden brown color, if that's what you're looking for. Wait until you get a desired color that you're looking for, and we can start seeing it happening now, as you can see here. So all we're going to do now is fish them out and put them onto the paper towels that we have set up. It took about 5 minutes because we were looking for a bit of color on there, and all we're doing now is fishing them out. I'm just going to shake off the extra oil and put them into the wire basket with the paper towels there. So all you need now is a bread knife. You're just going to place your hand on there, cut down the middle of it. Nice. And all we're going to do now is load it up with shark. Put a few pieces of the shark directly on there. Oy. Building a nice little sandwich here. Hit him with that coleslaw. You know coleslaw is the way to go. Now here's the thing, guys. If you had some Shadow Benny hot sauce, it would be perfect on here. Drizzle a little hot sauce on there. Close them up, and you've got a wicked bacon shark sandwich. Chris here, CaribbeanPot.com, guys. I hope you guys love this little series I did. I did the bake, I did the shark, and I did the coleslaw. You can look for those videos online, but this is the bacon shark with that lovely coleslaw. I know you're gonna love it. Chris here, CaribbeanPot.com. Always a pleasure to have you in the kitchen here with me. And give this one a try. Remember, on the website CaribbeanPot.com, you'll also find that Shadow Benny hot sauce. You just gotta drizzle that baby on there and be nice.